When my wife and I were engaged, we read a book that's sort of sarcastically titled, "What Did You Expect?" by a guy named Paul Tripp. The thesis of the book is something like the biggest problem in most relationships is that I'm selfish. Yeah, okay, the other people in my relationships are selfish too, but I can't control them. All I can do is control me. Well, James says it this way in James 4 1 through 4. What causes quarrels and fights among you? Is it not this, that your passions are at war within you? You desire and do not have, so you murder. You covet and cannot obtain, so you fight and quarrel. You do not have because you do not ask. You ask and do not receive because you ask wrongly to spend it on your passions. You adulterous people, do you not know that friendship with the world is enmity with God? Therefore, whoever wishes to be a friend of this world makes himself an enemy of God. I suspect that a lot of us find all this extra time at home a bit frustrating. We're frustrating because we can't go out. We're frustrated with our siblings or our parents or our kids. But I want to ask you today, how much of your frustration is really rooted in our own selfishness? When I was first asked this question during premarital counseling, it shook me, not because of my relationship with my now wife, but because of my relationship with my then roommate. Before I got married, I lived with one of my best friends. His name is Jimmy. Um, Jimmy's a great roommate, but I often found myself frustrated with him. And in being asked this question, I realized, wait, I'm not frustrated with Jimmy because Jimmy's doing anything wrong. I'm frustrated with Jimmy because Jimmy's in the way of my own selfishness. I had to repent. So while we're social distancing from most people and now cooped up with our immediate family, are we living generously? Are we serving our families? Or are we living selfishly? James 4:6 says this: God is opposed to the proud but gives grace to the humble. Paul says in Philippians 2:3 and 4, do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit, but in humility count others more significant than yourselves. Let each of you look not only to his own interests, but also to the interests of others. So here's my challenge. How can you be giving and selfless with the people in your life right now as you're social distanced every day? Can you help clean up more than you normally would? Is your little brother really on your nerves? Could it be that he just really wants you to play with him and give him your full attention? Could you do that? Could you schedule a half an hour into your day around school online or whatever else you have going on to just give your little sibling your full attention and be fully engaged in whatever he or she is interested in doing? And can you do it with a smile? Can you love that much? So let's set aside our pride this week, which undergirds so much of our selfishness, and look for ways to serve our families well.